Happy Wednesday. Hope your Wednesday is going fantastic. We made it to another one. Here we are, hump day. And we're coming up on a holiday week next week. Next week is Thanksgiving. This year is flying by. Hey, in case you're wondering what you stumbled across, this is the Imperfect Action live stream. The reason I call it the Imperfect Action live stream, I see too many people wait for the perfect time to act. That perfect time to act never exists. Let's take the imperfect action. That's what it's all about. Who am I? I'm Rob Fenstermaker, former corporate burnout survivor, turned kingdom builder. Your kingdom builder. I want to help you get out of the rut. I want to help you take action on living your dream life, making your reality what it is you thought was impossible. That's what life is about. It's called a journey. Take the journey, be the best you can, be the most excellent person you can be extraordinarily bold in everything you do. That's what I'm about. That's what I do. Hey, it's a couple things I just want to touch on real quick. Hey, after the new year, I'm launching a new cohort designed specifically for men called Beyond the Provider, Redefining Manhood. I want to see men become empowered to be the best version of who they want to be, become better husbands to their wives, more impactful fathers to their children, better leaders in their community, their places of worship, in their office. And that happens when men surround themselves with other men as we hold each other accountable, support each other. Also, Virtual Friday Whiskey Hour happens every other Friday. Hey, we'll be holding it next week. Next week, Black Friday. I'll be holding the Virtual Friday Whiskey Hour. Go ahead and stop on by, but enough about that. Hey, I'm flying solo today. I just wanted to talk to you something that I've kind of been sharing a little bit here of late about your bucket list. Your bucket list. Think about that. We all have this bucket list. But do you really take your bucket list seriously? Have you taken the time to really sit down and chart out what it is you want to accomplish with your life? And a bucket list can be any multitude of things. It doesn't necessarily have to be a trip you're taking. It can be activities that you're doing. It can be something you want to accomplish. Those are bucket list items. In order for you to make your bucket list your reality, you know what you need to do? You need to write these down. Take a journal. Here's my journal. Here's my journal I'm using right now. And I spend time in this each and every day, twice, at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. When I get up in the morning and probably go to bed, I just journal my ideas. I journal my thoughts. I journal my gratitudes. I also journal those things that I want to accomplish. And you should too. Get into that practice of physically writing it out. Pen to paper. Pen to paper. There's an energy in that. There's a power in that. Just don't pound it out on your keyboard. Physically write this out. Keep that journal. I have journaled for probably over 20 years now. I've kept every moleskin journal I've ever done. I keep them on my bookshelf. And the powerful thing about a journal is that you go back, you grab a journal. This is what I'll do a couple times a year, and just open the page because I date it every time I put an entry in. I date it, put a specific date, and I'm able to look at that date. Hey, these are the thoughts that I had. This is what I was thinking. And it's a great way for you to track where you were at one point in your life and where you're at now. It's the only way you do it is to physically write those things down. Keep track of it. Journal it. Get in the habit of journaling. I also write my gratitudes as well. That's a practice we all need to get into, is writing those gratitudes. And what I would challenge you with your gratitudes, don't write the same things every day. Find more things that you're grateful for. Manifest some gratitudes. That's one thing I've been doing of late, manifesting those gratitudes. That I'm grateful that this will happen 12 months from now. And I'll kind of go into detail what that is. Do it. Try it. There is a power in manifestation because when you start really thinking those things happen. You start to get focused. You start to get clear. And that's what the power of journaling is. That's what the power of writing out your bucket list is all about. Creating that journal, creating those things, because what happens when you do that? You start to get clarity and focus on what it is, this bucket list item you want to do. And when I say write it out, just don't be generic about it. Be very specific. Write it in great detail. Great detail, because the words you use, the words we all use, are powerful. Words mean things. Embrace those words in a powerful way. Write it down to every little nuance about this bucket list item you want to accomplish, whatever it may be. If it's a trip you want to take, write everything down about it. Do that. Write it in great detail. Apply that, SMART goal concept. Be specific. Make it measurable. Make it actionable, relevant, and time-bound. That's what the SMART goals are all about. And when you add more words to it, when you are very clear and very specific, something happens. That clarity and focus that you've created with writing that item down, you know what happens? It makes it real. You understand the reality of what you can become by taking the action you need to do in order to make that dream your reality. That's what's powerful. That's what's powerful when you spend the time to take the time and write it out. Write it out because that makes it real. You know, the other thing that happens is your emotions become engaged. You engage your emotions. And as you do that, as you write out how you're going to feel when this happens. Write out what it looks like, every little detail, every little nuance about that. You know, the smells you're smelling, the colors you're seeing, the people that are there, the people that are surrounding you. Write everything out about it, what you will look like, what the emotions you will experience, what that looks like. Because when you do that, your emotions are fully engaged. You become that person you want to be. You start manifesting your future. What I like to say is you're starting to remember your future. You know, create your future today. Be intentional about what it is you want to accomplish. Because you know what? We're all going to arrive somewhere at some point in our life. You might as well make it the place you want to be. I see too many people that just go through life aimlessly with no direction. And then they wake up one day and wonder, wow, how did I get here? Well, you know what? They arrived somewhere and it's not the place they want to be. Write your bucket list item down with great detail because that's where you want to be. Start charting that journey out of what it looks like. You know, backwards plan, reverse engineer, whatever you want to call it, reverse engineer that ultimate destination, what it's going to take for you to get there because it's not going to happen overnight. The great bucket list items that you have are things that really need to be experiential for you. They really need to take you to another level. And when you create that journey, when you create that roadmap, give yourself little celebration points along the way. Create those little celebration points. You know, tell yourself that when I get to this point of reaching this destination, this is what I'm going to do. This is the celebration I'm going to have. That celebration can be anything. It can be you're going to treat yourself to a nice dinner. Maybe you're going to go out and buy a new shirt. Whatever it may be. Maybe you're going to go on a vacation. But treat yourself to that little celebration because that keeps you focused on making that bucket list item, that dream, whatever you want to call it, your reality. And that's what's important. You know what? Review this each and every day too. Review it. After you've written it out, review it. Speak it out. Speak it into the atmosphere because that makes it real as well. And if you need to tweak it, so be it. But constantly be looking at that as far as what it is you want to do with your life, that direction you want to go, because that's what's important. We need to chart this out. You need to chart this out to get to that destination you know you want to be at, that you thought really wasn't possible. But it's possible if you make that journey intentional, if you do what you can to get to that destination and give yourself that roadmap. You know, give yourself those boundaries of where you're going to go because you need to have those boundaries between you. So that when if and when you get off course, you can find your way back. But read that each and every day. And you know what happens as you start reading that each and every day? You start building momentum and motivation of what it is you want to accomplish, that thing that you want to do, whatever it may be, that trip you want to take, that specific thing you want to accomplish, that whatever it may be. I said your bucket list is your bucket list. I'm not telling you how to create your bucket list. What I'm telling you, create it, be very specific on how and what it looks like for you. Because when you read it each and every day, you get that buy-in, you get that momentum. You want to accomplish the next big thing in your life because you are so excited for your future. You are so excited for what it is you want to accomplish. You're so excited for the direction that you want to go. And that's what the value is in creating that journal of your bucket list. Chart the destination out, because you know what? You know what else could be cool if as you chart it out? Maybe there's a book in there. So many people want to write a book, but books are written when you take the time to journal. That's how you write a book. Chart out that destination. Write it in your journal of what happened. Maybe that's your book. Maybe you can inspire other people with your book, with your opportunity to get in front of them and speak about how you achieved this dream, how you made this dream you thought was impossible your reality. And that's the power in physically writing it out. That is the power in journaling. So my encouragement to you, you don't need to wait till the new year. Make today your new year. Every day is an opportunity to say, this is a new year. There's nothing magical about the calendar going from December 31st to January 1st. There's nothing magical about that other than we change calendars. That's it. I've never seen anything magical happen when we go from December 31st to January 1st. But you can treat each and every day as your new year. That's the opportunity of this thing we have that's called today. That's where all your opportunities exist. And when you give yourself that clear direction of what you want to go, it makes you excited for the future. It makes you excited for what you can accomplish. It makes you excited with anticipation for the journey that lies ahead of you. Because all great journeys are a great story. And your story is no different. Your story is worthy of being told. Your story can and will inspire others when you specifically, intentionally document it and share it with them. So that's my challenge to you. Figure out what it is, that bucket list item it is that you want to accomplish with your life, that thing that you know you want to do. Sit down with your journal, spend time with it. Whatever time works best for you. My best time to journal is first thing in the morning. I pour a cup of coffee and I'll just write those thoughts that have come to me through the night. Whatever time works for you, we all are unique. Some people love doing it before they go to bed. Great. Find that time that works best for you. Find that place where you can sit and be comfortable, uninterrupted, and just write your thoughts out. Find a good pen, find a good journal, and do it. So that's my challenge to you. If you're willing to accept this challenge, just go ahead and drop a comment down that you're willing to accept this challenge. And you know what? I'll hold you accountable to that, just as I want you to hold me accountable for what are the things I want to accomplish. And I'll tell you what are the things I want to accomplish. In the coming year, I want to empower over 100,000 men. This is one of my bucket lists. I want to empower over 100,000 men to become better versions of who they are, to become better husbands to their wives, more impactful fathers to their children, and better leaders in their communities, their places of worship, and in their office. Because it's time to redefine manhood. There is a serious epidemic of loneliness that exists among too many men. And it's time that we as men take that battle on, because as brothers, as a band of brothers, we need to support each other. I want to bring men together in community. There is power in bringing men in community as we share life, as we hold one another accountable, as we become vulnerable, as we are compassionate and empathetic to our fellow brothers. It's time to bring an end to this epidemic of loneliness for men. If you're ready to join me, hey, go ahead and drop a note, or go ahead and jump on my calendar. I would love to have that conversation with you. It's always an opportunity to learn a little bit more about what it is you want to accomplish and how I can help you in that endeavor to become the best version you want to be. You want to drop me an email? Here's my email address, rob@robfenstemaker.com. Go ahead and drop me an email. Or if you want to go ahead and schedule a call with me, just go on calendly.com/Rob-Fenstemaker, and let's go ahead and schedule that discovery call so I can learn how I can serve you in a powerful way. So I want to see you become that best version of who you're ready to be and take that next step in you achieving your bucket list. So those are just thoughts I had today on this beautiful Wednesday. Like I said, I hope your day is going fantastic. Thanksgiving's around the corner. Let's make the most of this. Let's embrace an attitude of gratitude here in this coming week. And remember that it's just more than sitting down to eat a meal. Thanksgiving is something that can happen each and every day when you adopt that attitude of gratitude. So this is the end of this version of the Imperfect Action live stream. Hey, I hope you're having a fantastic day, a great week. Let's make this a fantastic week, and peace out, everyone.